right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. Pastor Dow here. Let me get a little bit of taste of what I'm going to be speaking about on my Patreon channel, okay? Hope this can help you out. How many times in life you have tried to help others out, and in helping them, sometimes they ask for it, only later on you come up against a brick wall because against a brick wall because in your great benevolence in trying to help them, they end up accuse you of interfering too much or trying to control them. Let me tell you something. I think one of the biggest lessons that everybody needs to learn in life is that you cannot control every outcome of every aspect of life. You just simply can't do it. Some people, while they may seem like they want solutions to something, a lot of people are really, truly are not looking for a solution to their problems or their situations or their circumstances. What they're looking for is they're looking for someone to co-sign and someone to agree with them in a decision or choice that they are making, and hoping that they made it. And if you disagree with the decision or choice that they're making, then they view you as being pessimistic as opposed to being optimistic. Now, when the result does not come out in the way that they think that it should be, those same people to be the first one to come back and say, you told me to do this and you directed me to do that, and if you did co-sign with them, you can better believe that's what's going to happen. But if you've told them right and they still chose to go the wrong way, then you cannot tie yourself to their result. You understand what I mean? They chose that outcome because that's the result that they wanted, whether they like it or not. They had the option to listen to you so they could develop and so that they could grow, but they didn't. Here's another big thing about life right here. There is nothing in life where I've seen anybody that's going to prosper in any amount whatsoever at all without enduring some form of pain. You're going to have to get used to the pain. You're going to have to learn how to embrace the suck. And you're going to have to stop complaining and stop murmuring, especially if you're looking for a different outcome. Because everybody in this world is just not going to give you what you want. And especially, let me give an example, okay? Let's just say here you are in life, right? And you're trying to accomplish a task or mission on something. And I'm going to try to speak in terms where y'all familiar with out there because we do things a little bit different on straightway, right? Let's just say you're on a project team and you have many moving parts to this project team. You have the planners, you have the logistic people, you have the people that are the actual builders, you have the people there that does the inspections. You got all these different moving parts, okay? And while having all these different moving parts, everyone has been briefed, everyone has been told what the deadline is. And so you try to make up, for lost time, such as if it's an outdoor project, you try to add in weather days, rain days, or whatever it is, but you still have a deadline for this project and you're giving yourself plenty of leadway. And then you don't meet your deadline. And the company or the people who hired you, they no longer want your services anymore. Now, mind you, it's your team. The failure of that project is ultimately your responsibility. So what are you going to have to do? Because if you get too many of these projects where you didn't meet the deadline, it's ultimately going to show up. And not too many people don't want to have anything to do with you, especially if they're leaving reviews based on your performance. Because good intentions is not successful. Good intentions is just that. It's just good intentions. So you, as a leader, you may have to fire some people. You may have to get rid of some people who actually, after you evaluated, they actually did not really cut the mustard in your evaluation. And they were very instrumental, extremely instrumental in not allowing you to get this project done on time. So you may have to fire somebody and bring in somebody that's more competent, somebody's more efficient. It's nothing personal. Has nothing to do with this is business. And you've got to learn how to separate business from relationships and pleasure. Because when you're trying to accomplish a task or mission, I know a lot of people in this world, they live on their emotions and they live on their feelings. But the world doesn't go around like that. The world works on results. Who are going to produce the greatest results? And then those who do produce the greatest results, they are the ones who get rewarded. And if you have a leader that's being rewarded, if you're on this team, obviously you're going to be rewarded too as well. So there's a lot of mindset changes and outlooks on life that must be changed before people can really truly comprehend and understand that, listen to me very well, change takes place. Most people can't cope with the change that even takes place in your life because you're trying to do something to better yourself, to become more content, more successful, and they may still be in that alternative state and they may not just like it, love it, lump it, totally irrelevant. It has nothing to do with it whatsoever at all. This is about you improving, making your life better. And remember what I said when I started this video. Man, I've learned over the years, I don't care what it is, you're going to have to learn how to embrace the suck and embrace the pain if you are expecting any change whatsoever at all. Because life just doesn't work the way that you think it ought to. It just doesn't. Sometimes we wish it could, but it just doesn't.
Red light, camera
That's the
ahead.
truth, and that's the truth straight way.